How's it going, gamers? If you're looking for powerful new decks in this Pokemon Pocket expansion, I would be really surprised if something close to this one didn't end up being some competitive in some iteration. Jumpluff EX, giving you the option to switch it out every time it attacks, feels incredibly powerful. This is an aggressively slanted EX that removes the downside that early EX Pokemon often have, which is you give up 2 knockout points when they go down. Being able to crack your opponent for 70 points of damage for 1 energy when you rare candy into it, and then pivot into Zangoose or Oricorio, essentially letting you set up for a 1-1-2 prize map, while also making your opponent have massive headaches of taking counterattack damage from Zangoose or completely walling out their EXs with Oricorio feels incredibly strong. We round out the extra slots in this deck with various utility cards like Rocky Helmet, Cape, X-Speed, and Sabrina and Cyrus to let us win games in key spots, and the whole mixture felt incredibly powerful. If you enjoy seeing new competitive decks explored in Pokemon Pocket with the latest expansion, make sure you're subscribed to Oaklandia Pocket on YouTube to not miss anything coming up. If you love this one, smash the like button for the rest of the day. Have fun. Oh, even the stage 1 gets to switch out. Oh, the stage 1 has to switch out. That's interesting. The stage 2 is may switch out. This one is you have to switch if you've got one. Interesting distinction there. Are we done here? Yeah, might be a quick first one. Nope. Just breezing right on by. I'm gonna be really curious to see where the legendary dogs end up at. My gut instinct is definitely that they likely don't want to be paired with all these 1-pointers. Sabrina is lethal currently. Zangoose and Oricorio, also stellar draws. Yep. Would I regret throwing this Jumpluff back to get Oricorio? Maybe. So I could get a second Zangoose. I guess maybe I'm just supposed to keep it. Although they're healing, so. Sabrina still lethal here. This leaves me dead to Cyrus plus a basic. I think it's right to play out, because otherwise we die to combinations of other things. Alright, it's one of the two things they need to kill us. Alright, sometimes lucky rubber ducky. Come here, doggo. Zap. Game ended up being more competitive than I expected it to be at the start. You know what the best part about playing this deck is, chat? I get to let you know that the goose is loose. The goose is loose. Set my mongoose free. Weedle. Were there any cards that make Beedrill better in this latest expansion? I don't think so, right? Memory Tool. Does it? What's Memory Tool doing for him? Could let you paralyze? Sure. It's cute, I suppose. X speed looking real good here for us. Or Corio, also potentially good if they're on EX speed drill. Pull out this goose. Sabrina up the Weedle. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still on Twitter, chat. And then other times I read posts like this one. So they revealed a Mega Pokemon that spits on things, and then revealed a Mega Pokemon that's a hawk too, huh? God bless us, everyone. What year is it? Asking the real questions. All right, if we could dodge a Sabrina, we could dodge a ball here still. Or a Choreo stands to cheese this out. Sabrina will put us away. When they miss on this, I think we're done here. So I get to smack him for 70. Oh man, this is gonna be miserable, huh? Why would Dina do this to us, chat? Why would Dina do this? Holy. This is gross. Things that are not okay. I mean, they're gonna run out of Erica's and Lily eventually, right? They have to. My stage 2 is better than your stage 2. Neener, neener, neener. Oh! Do they have a non-EXP drill? Do they have a non-EXP drill, chat? We'll never know. Is there a world where we play Sky Shaman to reduce retreat cost? Nah, I don't think so. We're all on 1 and 2 energy attacks, so. Oh, the new premium pass has a Suicune coin in it? Fine, Pokemon, you can have my money next month. I skipped a month, but I guess I'll pay you again. Wait, if I'm gonna buy it next month, can I buy it now and get the rewards from this month and then ride it into next month also? How does that work? Can I do that? Can I do that and do that and then cancel it? Okay. All right, I guess we'll do that. I'll make a note to do that later. You get 2 months out of the cosmetics for $10, basically. I think I'm leaning on the goose. Yes, you could technically subscribe and then unsubscribe every other month, getting all of the benefits, which seems like a large oversight. It does seem like a large oversight, doesn't it? I suppose they probably view the packs you're getting as the primary thing you're supposed to be getting out of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's a feature. Yes, auto renew subscriptions, they usually depend on people being too lazy to cancel, is super accurate. Man, it would be so easy for them to make the season pass not suck too. Like literally all they would have to do is make it so I should have played the other Zangoose out. I wasn't thinking about Sabrina. Literally the only thing they would have to do is like put an EX of your choice in. It like wouldn't be a big deal. Might be cooked because of that. That's Sabrina mistake. I have at least 3 coworkers who have not opened Pocket in months, but still have a subscription from day 1. Yep. Zangoose has Drew to God's ability. Does 20 damage when they hit you. I draw a piece of candy, chat. 2 candies, 2 research, 10 cards. This gets me by stage 1 at least. Skip, 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 skip the loom. I think new fan feed's not very good with memory light. I think that's probably bait. So, Penguin. Ooh, they have another Incineroar. We're probably dead. I think we're cooked because our Choreo dies to burn. The Oricorio, my Sabrina mistake cost me this game. Because I didn't play out the, what's it called? the second Zangoose earlier, they got to mark 50 damage on this. I'm not able to wall with it. 110% a game I lost myself by letting 50 damage get marked on this. If this was at 70 right now, we'd be able to chunk through a, what's it called? The flip a coin to try and heal your dead Pokemon is such an insult. Yeah, so like, if that thing was plus 50 there, it would be going down to 50 from that bird. We'd retreat to Jumpluff, hit them for 70. They'd put us to 30. We'd hit them. We get 3 more 70 attacks. Honestly, probably 4, right? Because the Jumpluff could take a hit as well. So very, very likely win that game if I play the Zangoose out earlier. Little decisions like that could snowball really hard in pocket. Metal Energy. I'm gonna lead on Zangoose since they're on Metal Energy in case this is a Skarmory. Yeah. I might want to communicate the Oricorio into our stage 2. Of course, Sabrina's also potentially an issue. Alright, not punished. Nice. This Oricorio is currently 50% to be the stage 2. We have a Hoppip and a Zangoose, and then 2 stage 2s in my deck. Nice. Again, gonna continue holding this. We don't want to communicate until we actually need the evolution. So if I draw another non-stage 2 next turn, my communication is more likely to find the thing I actually want. So right now, this communication is 66% to find my stage 2, and if I draw the Zangoose or a Pokeball for the Zangoose, it becomes 100%. So by waiting a turn, we could potentially gain some equity here. And same thing, I'm gonna research before we communicate, because if I draw one of the non-stage 2s like that, I could go ahead and guarantee my outcome now. Now, the Rocky Helmet does mean that Cyrus can pull this back up. I think I Hoppip, so that way Sabrina can't pull it back up. U-turn seems really powerful. It is, yeah. Miltank deck 1. My gut instinct is that Miltank is not a competitive card, so we'll get to exploring it eventually, but it's a low priority for me. I am a really big fan of Jumpluff's design. I am not a fan of Oricorio's design. This feels pretty toxic. I Jumpluff's a very interesting card, and I'm a little bit sad that just like playing it with Oricorio is probably the optimal thing to be doing by a lot. Seth, thank you for the 88 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. I am most excited to explore the memory card with stage 1s that have a basic that gives them extra energy. So like Melmetal Meltan seems appealing. There's an Electabuzz and a Magmortar. Yeah, maybe Executor. I think all of those seem like they have some potential. Ori not looking very exciting here. Put a hand on Hoppe. What Infernape? We played Infernape with Entei earlier this stream. There'll definitely be a highlight with that one. Felt pretty reasonable. How'd you build a deck around Poliwrath? So, we played some Poliwrath Altaria earlier today, and it's the only deck we've played so far that's actually not going to get a highlight. Because it's just like Poliwrath was not good in Altaria, was the only thing worth doing in the deck. I would love a goose. You silly goose. Bounce right on out here. Infernape with the memory thing. No, I don't think the memory card is really relevant for Infernape. Zangoose's counter attack looking nice and relevant here. Gonna put this Heatran down to 60, which lets Jumpluff clean it out. Would the memory tool let an EX hit Oricorio? No, I don't believe that's how that... I wouldn't expect that to work that way, no. It doesn't work that way in the physical TCG. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to. Good to have confirmation, though. Yeah, the attack is still done by an EX, even if it's being picked from a non-EX card. If they put Typhlosion up, they can kill the Oricorio. If they have Candy Typhlosion. So do I put Goose up? I think I put Goose up. And then if they put Arceus up, I can chase it down with Cyrus later. And if they don't have the evolution, I can clear the Cyndaquil with Sabrina. Previ, thank you for the absurdly generous tier 3 resub and for 32 months. I appreciate the over 2.5 years of support. Welcome back. All right, and now we do this. And then they'll need Leaf, Rare Candy, Typhlosion in order to clear the Oricorio. And I have Cyrus to chase the stone. Yep. Yes, I think one of the more common aspects of Memory Tool to explore will be putting Memory Tool in Sylveon decks that don't play Psychic Energy. I think from a competitive perspective, I think that's an angle that's super worth exploring. This deck has felt really very clean, and I wouldn't be surprised if something like this ended up being competitive. Obviously, always the big giant asterisk, like, this is, you know, an early iteration. I'm sure some of the details will change, but I would be kind of surprised if something along these lines wasn't competitive. Alright, I think we go Goose, Oricorio, and then I'm going to sit on the second Goose for now, just in case we top deck a, our Pokemon communication. Goose, Oricorio. It's my 5-year-old's favorite game to play. They get to use Sabrina's effect. Oh, that's so rude. I would have much rather they drew some cards. Now I can't clear this with Skiploom. Ah, we weren't clearing it anyways. Fair. I probably should have put the Oricorio up with the Ho-Oh in the back. I do have 1x speed here. Oh! Oh, I'm so silly. I didn't realize we drew. I was so focused on looking for the X speed, I didn't realize we drew the communication too. I was 66% to find my big one here. So that's a mistake. Had some slops here. Wouldn't have been a guarantee, but was fairly likely. Put a cape on the goose. Honestly, because I'm knocking this out anyways, I think I just don't communication yet, because if we find a Pokeball, which there's if we find the other basic, this could be guaranteed. So I think because we're taking the knockout anyways, there's no reason to flip a coin here when we can have a guarantee next turn when we need it. What makes Jumpluff even stronger is the stage 1 being good. Absolutely. Especially in a world with all these babies having a deal 30. And the stage 1 also having the switch out effect is so powerful. The opponent could be a Drudagon enjoyer. Lugia. Lugia ain't got nothing on the Demon Bird. And the other part that's powerful and annoying about this deck, even when Oricorio isn't a brick wall, is that we get to attack with this EX Pokemon, but they have to clear through 3 single point Pokemon to knock them out, right? So even though they found their Drudagon, the answer to the yellow chicken, I've still just got all this other stuff still going on that's still very good. And there's the Cyrus to hopefully lock this up. Dragonite is a clean answer to all of this. I mean, that's technically true. Define clean. Clean. So we put this up. They switch to the Drudagon, and they need another EX basic to not get cleared by the Sabrina. I'll be pretty surprised if there's not a competitive Jumpluff deck in this metagame. It's got all the right moves in all the right places for sure. And then an important lesson here is it also is may switch. Yeah, the switch being optional is huge. Well, they might have us here. Maybe I wasn't supposed to give them the Oricorio. We're gonna need the Cyrus here. I suppose we need the Cyrus here at the end, huh? Easy game. It's just like, imagine if your Oricorio attacked for 1 and hit for 70. That game was a good lesson that we're not just all in on the yellow chicken stall, right? We've got some lines. This is what baby Tapu Koko wishes it could do. Absolutely. Baby Tapu Koko only dreams of being this efficient. Wonder if Jumpluff can pair with Drudagon and dual energy or something. So remember, the thing you're switching it into, we're playing the Goose over Drudagon in this deck because Drudagon has a retreat cost of 2. That lower retreat cost is important. And against opposing Oricorio decks, Zangoose hits for 50 pretty efficiently, which is great as well. Opponent's playing last season's version of Yellow Chicken Cheese, chat. They gotta get on the Jumpluff. You ain't seen nothing yet, gamer. We got the fancy new chicken cheese over here. Ain't nobody cheese like we cheese. Big cheesy dreams. Is Stoutland retreat cost 1 or 2? Man, Stoutland's funny, but its retreat cost is 2, I'm pretty sure. And playing 2 stage 2s is a lot. Zangoose and Oricorio have the upside of being basics that you switch into as well. And so it's so hard to fit a second big line into a deck that has a stage 2. right, looking for a big one here. There it is. And I even have the X speed to keep the energy on this potentially. All right, I think I'm burning the X speed. Yeah, I think I'm burning the X speed, and I think this is actually an instance where we don't pivot off the Jumpluff. Because I don't want the Tapu Koko to knock out my Zangoose if I can avoid it. All right, and then I need to draw another Goose or other Goose or Oricorio here now, obviously, because they have the Cyrus. But they're trading 2 points for 1 here at this point, and then just hoping that they can cheese me with the Oricorios. I've got a research, and even if I draw a stage 2, I can communicate for one of the basics, right? And they only have 1 point here, and now I have 2. And there's our Oricorio. And I'm gonna decline switching here, so that way they don't get to get a hit on my Oricorio first. And they don't even win the game when they get rid of my Oricorio, because it'll only be their 2nd point. And I've got a Sabrina and a Cyrus in my deck that we can draw to here. Oh, Jumpluff is weak to electric, is annoying. That's a good call out. Okay, so I need to draw my 2nd Zangoose this turn, of which I have a Pokeball and a Zangoose, or I need to draw a Sabrina or a Cyrus to win on the spot. So we've got 2 out of 9 that are solid hits, and then 2 out of 9 that win the game, and then I have a communication that can redraw. And thanks to my Rocky Helmet, this Pokemon... I guess the Pokemon Center lady keeps the switch from being lethal. Now I need Zangoose, right? This game is so easy, chat. Just draw the cards you want. Nice Mars, though. Yeah. Nice Mars, though. They turned my 2 cards into 1, chat. Hello, opponent. They can't be salty about losing to Oricorio, right? Like, they're playing 2 of them. Yeah, they're probably just trying to noodle if they have any lines, but I'm pretty sure they don't. We've got them. They need like a potion here, but the Rocky helmet locks them out. I mean, not attacking means they're not dead. They're not dead on board, I suppose. And the problem here is, like, a Sabrina with the Pikachu doesn't even do it because I have another 1-pointer on my bench. Yeah, I guess, like, Cyrus plus a switch could get us here, question mark? Speak of the devil. And obviously we would just Sabrina here if we hadn't drawn that. That would probably be enough to tempo them out of the game.